Hi, it's Matt Stephenson, and now I am with Carl Gottlieb, the consulting director at TestMyAV.com. Carl, you've been causing some ripples around the industry, not just on the security side, but really starting to hold some people's feet to the fire when it comes to efficacy, testing, responsibility, that sort of thing. Tell me what you've been doing.
So our company, our spirit is all about one word: credibility. And the issue we're seeing, especially in the antivirus industry and in all of security, is a lack of credibility going on. And the way we've seen that manifest is that there's just so little efficacy in traditional antivirus products. So we've been really pushing to say, do more, look around and see what's out there. So we set up a testing website called TestMyAV. It's a free website. You can go on there, you can download malware, you can go and look at testing guides. And we're seeing some great feedback. We have some of the biggest companies in the world. Globally, we're in 6 continents. People are loving what we're doing. And we're seeing some amazing things. I have some stories, some I can't tell you, but some I will. And one of the great stories I had...
Strip out the details.
Yeah,
tell me the one that makes everybody laugh.
Okay, so an amazing story I had this morning. So a customer was looking at TestMyAV. They downloaded some malware. They were testing one of the major antivirus vendors. We've all heard of them. So they did a test. They got 100 pieces of malware. They ran a test. It caught 13 of the malware. So it missed 87. So naturally they went back to the vendor of the antivirus software and said, what's going on? Why did you miss so much? And they looked at the malware, analyzed the malware that we gave them and said, oh, it's because it's old malware. We don't detect old malware. We only detect newer stuff.
So as long as it's brand new last week's stuff, we're totally fine. But last year's,
Absolutely. And the actual vendor went back to the end user and said, yeah, instead, test with newer malware because we detect that, and that's the kind of
we detect that.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the kind of thing that just makes me sigh. It just makes me roll my eyes and say, we can do better. We are failing in this industry, and we need to get more credibility back into the hands of the end user.
So how can we do that? Whether it's the vendors, the end users, anybody that's involved in this, because we all have to unite to fight this ongoing dynamic battle against the bad guys. What are some of the things that they can do at home, not at home, but in the office to protect themselves?
So the simple thing is you've got to test for yourself. You've got to look what's out there. So first of all, go to the vendors, find out the greatest things, go to the shows like we're at today, go and talk to people, get some information. Now we know that information is biased, we accept that, that's fine, we've got a job to do. But then go and talk to testing companies, find out what they think, get all this information, respect it, and then say, now let's test for my organization. I've got this organization that looks like this, I've got virtualization here. We all have different deployments. Whatever's right for you is not right for the person next to you. So test for yourself. And there's vendors out there, TestMyAV, which is my website, all free. You can go on there and there's testing guides, there's how to set up a lab, there's how to handle stuff safely, training. Also we can empower you, the customer, to trust you to be able to handle it for yourself. We trust you to manage a network. We trust you to protect your customers' data. Why shouldn't we trust you to be able to test your own products?
Wait, you mean an ordinary user can actually decide if it's worthwhile? They don't have to rely on Big Brother AV vendor?
Absolutely, and why should they? You go and buy a car, it's your decision what you do. It's your money. We should trust you.
I like it. So looking at how quickly all of this changes, I mean, certainly day to day, almost hour by hour, something could happen that we haven't seen before. Anything that's caught your eye that you're either looking forward to or you say, ooh, that's the big bad we need to be most concerned about?
Got it. So the big differentiation we're seeing at the moment is this buzzword machine learning. Some vendors talk about it a lot, some don't. And I wrote a blog post a while back about machine learning, how everyone claims they're doing it. At first, what actually happened with machine learning is a few vendors said they were doing it, everyone else said it was rubbish, you don't want to do that. And then they slowly started saying, hey, we also do machine learning. Yeah, you start to remember some of this going on. And then you also get the blog post saying machine learning is pointless, it's stupid, we've done it for 20 years. Now the reality with machine learning, there's about 2, maybe 3 vendors that are actually doing it properly. They've got machine learning based detection. The actual detection is using machine learning. The rest, who are claiming machine learning, all they're doing is using machine learning to create basic heuristics. A heuristic is really a pattern that recognizes groups of malware. All they're doing is using machine learning to replace engineers in the lab to create the signatures. It's nothing really new. It's just replacing people. What we see is that ones that can adapt to new malware and still handle the old malware that some vendors are missing, that's where you want to go, is really forward-thinking machine learning.
And if people want to dig deeper into this, find out about those vendors or other vendors, because it could be the other vendors work exactly what they need. Where can they go to get some information about you and about your company again?
So my company, TestMyAV.com. You can also tweet me directly at Carl Gottlieb, or go via TestMyAV, email me, find me on LinkedIn, find me everywhere, Skype me. I'm everywhere. I have no OPSEC. Yeah, if you want me, you can find me.
There we go. See, no OPSEC. That's the guy helping with your security. If you're looking for me, I'm at PacMat73. All kinds of good stuff. We want to make sure that we're helping you find the right people in the right places that can keep your data protected and your company going. Stick around.